Welcome to EPL Insights for Game Week 28 in the Premier League. Gareth Wheeler, Jake Osgathorpe with you as per usual, but the format, anything but. The long-form podcast is being pushed aside for the time being. So today, and moving forward over the next little bit, we'll be presenting our matches of the week and our game picks for them, as well as any best bets from the other fixtures of the match week. So let's dive right into it as we have some significant games this week. And a reminder, we have been on fire. Last week, 17 bets combined between Jake and I, 12 winners, 3 pushes, and just 2 losses for a combined profit of 12.2 units. So let's keep things going with the early fixture. It's lunchtime on Saturday, and it's 6th place Manchester United hosting 16th place Everton from Old Trafford on Pinnacle. United minus 113 to win, plus 304 if you want to back Everton, and the total set at 2.75. Jake, where are you going with this?
I definitely have to take Everton on this handicap. I know they are a team bang out of form at the moment, but the performances haven't been bad. They were good against West Ham for most part before a late collapse. But the thing I'm really interested in is that this looks a real set-piece mismatch. Everton lead the league in set play XG. They've scored 15 goals from set pieces this season. They're the most reliant team when it comes to goals from set pieces. Man United, third worst expected goals conceded from set plays. I think this could be a real avenue for success for Everton. We saw Fulham score from a set piece to open the scoring last time at Old Trafford. I'm taking Everton on the handicap, but if your bookmaker allows, I think Pinnacle will have the lines up close to the weekend. I'm looking at Tarkowski to score as well as a big price potential.
Brilliant. I'm kind of along the same lines as you. I was thinking set pieces as well, because really that's only the way that Everton can score, really, on a reliable basis. And United simply cannot defend them. I'll go in a little bit of a different direction here. Both teams to score in over 2.5 at plus 103. United have gone over 2.5 in 8 of their last 9 games. Everton, no clean sheet in 5. And both teams have gone both teams to score in 4 of their last 5. United did beat Everton 3-0 at Goodison Park, the Garnacho over bicycle kick. But in that game, Everton had an XG, courtesy of Understat, of 2.5, and United was 2.07. Everton had 24 shots in that game and 9 on target. Everton also had a 3.12 XG in a 2-1 loss at West Ham, that is. And they also had a 2.45 XG in a 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace. On the season, Everton 29 goals, a 47.13 expected goals. So they create chances. And United concede goals at home. 2 to Fulham, 2 to Spurs, 2 to Villa, 3 to Bournemouth. I think they're right for the picking, at least to concede. Not sure where the result will end up, Jake, but certainly the goals is something that we should expect for the game at Old Trafford this weekend. Moving things forward, on Sunday, it's 4th place Aston Villa and 5th place Tottenham Hotspur. A massive game in terms of battling for Champions League positioning. Plus 140 if you want to back Villa, plus 173 on Spurs. The total is set at a whopping 3.5. How are you looking at this game, Jake?
Goals, and more goals. But we're not going to be going for the goal line because that is incredibly high for odds on as well at 3.5. Villa playing in midweek. I am leaning towards potentially Spurs getting a result, but I just think there's more value in backing Spurs to score 2 or more goals at minus 124. It's something they've done in 9 of the last 10 Premier League games, and Villa defensively have been all over the show recently. They've been playing a we'll score more than you kind of a style, which is great for the neutrals. Maybe not so much for the Aston Villa fans that have to sit and nervously watch as their team hold on. But yeah, Villa conceded twice to Forest, twice to Luton, twice to Man United, 3 times to Newcastle. I think Spurs, with the players of Son, Werner, could easily expose Villa's high line and multiple times. And like I said, Villa playing midweek, and it's a big game in Amsterdam against Ajax. And we know how much Unai Emery loves European football, so he will play a strong side there. So there could be some tired legs. I think Spurs can take advantage. 2+ goals, minus 124.
The goals that these teams have conceded are incredible. In Villa's last recent games, 5, 6, 3, 3, 5, 4. Spurs, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4. So I actually considered playing over the total of 3.5, but I reeled it in because I also found a better play. I like Spurs draw no bet at plus 109. Spurs did lose to Villa in the first match, that first time they played the season 2-1, but the XG was very, very similar, 2.23 to 2.4. But the Spurs center backs, that was the difference in that game. It was Emerson and Davies. Combine that with the fact that Villa does play Ajax on Thursday and Spurs just to get to sit back and prepare. I think it puts them in good stead. They're decent away side Spurs. I like them to come up with something in this game. Moving things forward to the match of the weekend, the top of the table clash. It's first place Liverpool hosting second place Manchester City at Anfield. Liverpool plus 195 on Pinnacle. You want to back City plus 132. The total is set at 3, but to play the over is at minus 120. We've been staring down this game all season long. Liverpool, the best home side according to expected goals. City, the best away side when it comes to expected goals. Liverpool haven't lost in the Premier League at home in their last 25 games. Is this the weekend where that streak comes to an end?
Maybe. It is worth mentioning that Pep Guardiola's record at Anfield is atrocious. It's 1 win in 8, and that win came during the COVID season. So the only time they got to play at Anfield with no fans, no atmosphere, was the time that City went and won. I've actually got no bet in this one for the markets that are currently available on Pinnacle. I'm happy to sit it out, even if it is a big game. I'm going to sit, I'm going to enjoy it. I think the price on Liverpool to win is a little bit big, but you do have the uncertainty of team news. Like, we know that Nunez, Endo, Szoboszlai, Robertson, probably Salah are all going to be fit to play. That should be enough to potentially see that line move and maybe get a little bit shorter for Liverpool by kickoff. But again, we're talking about a team that half of those probably will travel in midweek. They're playing in Sparta Prague in the Europa League. So again, tired legs to potentially come into it. I fully expect Klopp to completely leave that Europa League game alone and focus solely on this. But the way in which City are rolling at the moment, it wouldn't be a surprise to see them go to Anfield and get a victory. But like I said, I'm going no bet here because I don't have any strong lean. What about yourself?
Wow. No bet on what could be one of the games of the season. Way to show restraint, Jake Osgathorpe. I don't have such restraint. I'm backing City on the handicap minus 0.25 at a plus number at plus 104. City haven't lost in 19 games, and other than Jack Grealish, they're completely fit and healthy right now. The two sides drew 1-1 at the Etihad earlier this season. It was a late goal by Trent. He's not playing. Jota started that match. He's not playing. Matip started that match. He's not playing. Alisson Becker's not playing. Along the same lines, Jones and Gravenberch, both of those players that are out, and we don't know if Mohamed Salah is going to be fully fit for this game, how fit he will actually be. So I just cannot bet against City in a game of this magnitude when Liverpool are in the condition that they are in and City are fit and firing. And the fact that City have what predictably should be a walk in the park at the Etihad in the Champions League on Wednesday. Liverpool away in the Europa League on Thursday makes things much more difficult. Head-to-head as well, City haven't lost to Liverpool in their last 3, so you're safeguarded with the draw. I think both teams have to play for a win, with Arsenal lurking and playing really well right behind them. So I think there's a little bit motivation to go on and find the win, especially if you're a side like City in this game. So typically I would proceed with caution in terms of betting against Liverpool at Anfield, but this one, the conditions are right for City to head into this game, Jake, and in my eyes, try to go out and get something. So those are our plays for the 3 feature matches of the weekend. Time now for best bets, other plays across the Premier League. What else might be catching your eye this weekend, Jake?
Well, my best bet is over 2.5 goals in the Palace v Luton game at minus 116. I'm shocked at this price. I've said it in numerous podcasts in a row now that the goal totals are through the roof this season in the Premier League. And Luton are the goal kings at the moment. I mean, it's absolutely bonkers. Last 9 games have seen 41 goals scored, an average of 4.6 per game. And it's no fluke either, because the same games have seen 38.9 expected goals, which is 4.3 per game. So there's chances galore. Palace have got Eze back, who is monumental to their chance-creating abilities. To be fair, though, they still thrashed Burnley 3-0 without Eze, and they actually looked good in that game in attack. So I would be shocked if this game is a low scorer.
Your best bet of the week is mine as well. Over the
Thought it
2.5
might
total
be.
at -116. Palace have gone over 2.5 in 6 of 7. Both teams to score have played in 4 of 5. Luton Town over 2.5 in their last 9. Both teams to score in their last 6. So when you see a number like this, it's just too low. It's not right. It's a must play. I'm also keeping my eye on the total in Wolves and Fulham this weekend, but it all depends if Neto's playing. Huang's playing for Wolves. That will be a late deciding game for me based upon team selection who may be available for that game. So that's it. That's EPL Insights for Game Week 28. He's Jake Osgathorpe. I am Gareth Wheeler. Good luck with all of your plays this Premier League weekend.